Alright YouTube, for this vlog I'll be doing the beginning of the end of January sketchbook tour at Jones Beach style. So let's start with this first drawing here, which is of Batman meditating. As you can see, the bat symbol is there and it's got his little meditation tee, and this is based on the DCU potential Batman, who I'm hearing the director of Birds of Prey and the Flash movie, which I did not see but have not heard great things about. I hear she's directing the Batman the Brave and the Bold, so hopefully it's much better than Birds of Prey and the Flash, even though I didn't see either. But yeah, let's just move on to the next drawing, which is of Tyler Durden from Fight Club, and I gave him smoking a cigarette because that's what he does. This next drawing, and many of these drawings are colored, but the first few I did were not, but this is just a cool little archer guy with snake tattoos on the back of his head. Here we have Kirby with a knife, a sword and shield, I meant to say. Next up we have my favorite Pokemon, Lantern, which you guys already knew, but I haven't drawn Lantern enough this year or last year, so got to get back on my Lantern grind. This next drawing here, I drew Robert Pattinson's Batman for the Batman Part 2, which drew a few other Batman drawings for his Batman Part 2 as well that I'll show off in the rest of this vlog. Starting with this first one here, Sebastian Stan is Two-Face. That's somewhat of a trench coat and somewhat of a hospital coat, because, you know, Two-Face becomes Two-Face officially when, or at least in The Dark Knight, he officially becomes Two-Face when the Joker gives him a proposition in the hospital. So I wonder how that'll play out for Part 2. Next up, we have Mysterio from the potential and canceled, sadly, Spider-Man 4. Next up, we have Spider-Man Peter Parker fighting Green Goblin. We have a villain I would have loved to see in the Raimi Spider-Man universe, Carnage. Classic. We have Harry Osborn as Green Goblin for Tom Holland's Spider-Man, so that's why it looks more Tom Holland Spider-Man-like than Tobey Maguire Spider-Man-like. Here we have Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Brand New Day. I'm really excited for that trailer. It's the only reason I'm going to watch it. I would even watch the Super Bowl, to be honest. Next up, we have my new favorite Marvel hero, Moon Knight. Classic. And going back to what I was saying about the DCU Batman, I drew the DCU Robin, who I do hope we see, and I'm sure we will see him in Batman Brave and the Bold. No, I think it's actually going to be Damian Wayne, which is super cool. But until then, I drew this poster of Spider-Man 4, which I'm very, very happy with and proud of, where we have Spider-Man fighting Vulture over there, and Bruce Campbell as Mysterio, Tobey Spider-Man, and of course Anne Hathaway as Black Cat, Kristen Dunst as MJ, and Betty Brant, forgot who played her, but there's the city view. So here's another look at the sadly canceled Spider-Man 4. This next drawing, we have another variation of Tom Holland's Spider-Man where he gets possessed by Venom. And on the subject of Spider-Man 4, I drew what could have been Spider-Man 5 with MJ, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and of course Dr. Kirk Connors as Lizard, who I think could have been a little cooler than the Amazing Spider-Man Lizard. Not that I didn't like him, but I feel like his character was a little more built up. We have a poster for Doom Prophecy Season 2. Next up, we have a Star Wars lightsaber fight with Admiral Aardvark. I forgot his full name, to be honest, but this guy watching, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker duke it out. For the Batman Part 2, Joker, I believe, is confirmed to be in it, so I drew this Joker fighting Rob Pattinson's Batman. As you can see, Joker wants to kill him, and Batman does not want to kill Joker because Rob Pattinson's Batman and Batman in general refuses to kill. But what I like about this drawing I drew of Joker is that he's not overly scarred like the concept art for the Joker in the deleted Batman scene, so I hope he isn't overly done with the scars, to be honest. Next up, we have Moon Knight with his cloak. We have Batman for DCU Batman, Bill Skarsgård as Batman and Bruce Wayne, and meditating Batman and Bruce Wayne, best of both worlds. This next drawing, although I do think these castings are unlikely, I drew Alexa from Euphoria as Catwoman and Bill Skarsgård as Batman, so this is quite the duo, I say. This next drawing isn't of an upcoming DC project or a past one, but a canceled past one of Batman and Superman in Arkham Asylum, so it's the two fighting it out, and that's why the Batman Superman logo is above them. And I drew more concept art from the scrap Batman and Superman movie, but the story behind this drawing is that, as you can see, if you look closely, they look somewhat regretful because Batman set up a trap for Superman like he did in BVS, but this Batman personally regrets setting up the trap because he later learns critical information that Superman is not the bad guy, and Superman likewise learns the truth about Bruce Wayne's origin. So the drawing is inspired by Batman vs Superman, a deleted scene when he goes into his parents' grave and finds Man-Bat, but this time I drew a thunderstorm with it. This next drawing I drew concept art of Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Harvey Dent Two-Face. The reason his costume is purple is because I didn't have enough dark color pencil. I don't expect Batman and the Batman to be purple, or have a purple suit, I mean. This next drawing I drew Gambit and Professor X. Next version, I have John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic from the Sam Raimi Multiverse of Madness movie. And here we have Green Goblin 2.0 with Harry Osborn side by side. As you can see, when lightning strikes, the bad guy comes out. And next up, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi for Kenobi Season 2. And of course, we have the iconic two sons of Tatooine. Strong, I showed off in an earlier vlog, but it's Grogu and Mando. Strong, I remember making a vlog about this a while ago, about the Tom Hardy deleted Star Wars scene, so I gave his character a Stormtrooper-like killer bounty hunter look. We have another celebrity Stormtrooper, Daniel Craig, as that Stormtrooper that held Rey hostage in Force Awakens, and he just recorded a brief line cameo, but decided to make his character sort of like a Boba Fett-like Stormtrooper bounty. Here we have the Yoda-like species and the Sith Lord from the Jones Beach Star Wars episode. They have the two actresses as the Negotiator and the Grey Jedi. Here we have characters that are very similar to Count Dooku and Yoda, but not Count Dooku and Yoda, just characters that Alright, for this next drawing, I drew concept art for Star Wars Starfighter, which I'm super excited about, so X-Wing and Y-Wing, Pokemon X and Y vibes. Last but not least, I drew the droid wreck with Jabba the Hutt swimming underneath, and of course, General Grievous. So, it's been the end of January sketchbook tour. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned more soon. Goodbye.